Welcome back to the Fight Network Studios. Cody Saftik. We're now joined on the line by Bellator fan favorite. It's Saad Awad, back in action May 14th, taking on Evangelista Cyborg Santos at Bellator 154. Saad, thanks for taking the time and dropping by today.
Yeah, thank you, Cody. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Now, first things first, Cyborg's actually a late addition to this card. I mean, it was only really announced about a week ago. He's coming off a performance over Brendan Ward very recently. So I got to ask you, how exactly did this fight come together?
Yeah. I got a text on Friday saying you want to fight Cyborg at 170, and then I called the promoter, and then he said, this fight, I could put this fight together. We're looking for an opponent, and your name got brought up first. I said, shit, man, I'll take it. Let me know. So they called me back the following Monday, and then I think they announced it like on Wednesday or something. So I found out about it just a couple of days before you guys did.
And now May 14th, it actually marks your return to the welterweight division for the first time since you tried out for the Ultimate Fighter. So, I mean, it's been a long time considering you've been in the sport for so long, not really fought at 170 pounds much in the past. Is this a change of just you're getting older, you'd like to pursue more opportunities in the welterweight division? Or is this really, you know what, I took the fight on short notice, I didn't really want to cut down to lightweight?
Yeah, when I took the Ultimate Fighter, I was training for a fight, and I was walking around. I was pretty light. It's probably the lightest I've ever been. I was waking up like at 167, 168. And they called me for that fight, so I was super light for that fight. But I usually walk around in mid 180s. So I had started dieting recently, so I started breaking 180 like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and they called me. So I said, it's a perfect time. Yeah, I'm not too light, and I can make the weight easy, and I'm healthy, and I'm looking forward to it. And I told him if the fight makes sense, I'll fight at 170. I'm not going to be one of those guys that just duck every fight because it's not in my weight class. At the end of the day, a fight's a fight.
Now, Cyborg's known as a notorious striker. I mean, most people don't particularly want to stand up with him. In his last fight, however, Brendan Ward goes on record and says, you know what, I'd love to stand up with a guy like this who has a huge reputation, but fight starts, it pretty much hits the ground right away, and Cyborg shows off that he's quite good on the ground as well. Now, you're someone that's super versatile, you're good standing, you're good on the ground, you have good wrestling skills. Do you see any key element in which you're better than Cyborg in, or does it not really matter wherever the fight goes?
Yeah, I don't think Cyborg went for a takedown right away. I think it was because he threw a kick and Brendan Ward grabbed him. The fight could have turned out a whole different fight if he didn't grab him. Who knows? Brendan Ward would probably caught him because that dude's a heavy puncher, or it could have went the other way. But so I just know the thing I got from that fight is he's dangerous all around. You grab him, he's ready to go for a knee bar or go for something because he does have a lot of experience. So I just think what I bring into this fight is I think my speed is going to be a big character. I think he's going to have trouble with my speed, and I do have the power to back it up. So we'll see what happens. I think he's going to come out aggressive, and I plan on coming out aggressive too.
Now, it's been nearly 9 months since we last saw you back in action taking on Patricky Freite. Is there a reason why there's been such a lengthy gap for yourself? I mean, has there been injuries in training camp? Or is this more so, I just like to take a little bit of time off, go back to the drawing board, retool my skills, and then come back better than ever?
You know what? I was sidelined from a broken hand. So I had a broken hand, and I was out for a couple months because of that. If it wasn't for that, I would have been right back in the gym, begging for a fight. So as soon as I started getting in shape and I was able to make a fist, I started, calling Bellator, asking for a fight. And they knew I wasn't ready. They knew that I had just got my cast off like not even a month before that. And it takes time for it to really heal and time for it to get better. So they kind of kept me on the side and just told me, just wait, we'll set you up something when it's time. So yeah, that's why that's why I've been sidelined for so long.
Either way, even if you are just kind of taking some time off, training at Millennia MMA is no doubt going to get you better. One of the best camps that really never really gets the recognition they deserve, but a very, very good gym that's produced a lot of high-quality guys. So who are some of the fighters that have been helping you prep up for this training camp?
Yeah, we have a lot of guys. There's too many guys to name, but the guys that have fights coming up, we have Lawrence Larkin. He's one of my main sparring partners who is a dangerous striker at 170, and he's fighting George Masvidal coming up. And then we got, Johnny Bravo. He's bigger, though. I don't really train with him too much, but he's fighting the UFC coming up, the UFC 199, I believe. And then who else? And I got Joe Merritt, who he fights in RFA, but he had a fight in UFC. They called
Joe Merritt's a beast.
Yeah, he's one of my main training partners as well. So we have some pretty good names, and I could go down the line. We have a lot of guys there, a lot of guys that are making waves that you'll start seeing, that you'll start hearing from pretty soon.
Now, this year actually marks your 10th year as a professional fighter. I mean, you turned pro back in 2005. You fought all types of places. You're a 9-time Bellator veteran. Now 32 years old. Is there any goals that you still want to accomplish at this point in your career?
It does. But with 10 years comes miles. That people don't realize. I do have a lot of fights, but I could have been more active. But the reason why I wasn't just because of injuries. I broke my hand, a handful of times where I've been sidelined. I've had who knows how. I've had I think 5 or 6 surgeries since I signed with Bellator 3 years ago. So if you do the math, I think I was out sidelined due to injury because of injury or due to injury. Half the time. So it's just it does experience does kick in. And I'm thankful I have it because I'm a whole different fighter than I was than when I first started, and I've learned so much in this sport that every fight I take I realize how much more I could learn. And I still feel like I'm green. I have a lot more to learn, and I am 32. You never know. I'll probably keep fighting until I'm 40. Who knows what's going to happen.
Now, in a perfect world, you get through Cyborg Santos, you're unscathed. What would you like to do next? Would you like to return to 155 pounds and take on some contenders? Or are you looking to flatter ideas at 155 and 170 and just take the fights that really make the most sense for you at this point?
I mean, no, I still plan on going to 55. I just plan on just walking around a little bit lighter. I mean, I got a nutritionist. I've been working with Paulina and with perfecting athletes for the past, since I've been in Bellator, and since they came along, it's my weight cut's been a lot easier. But I naturally walk around no matter what. Even if I'm eating good, I'm still walking around about 178, and I still it's to me half the fight is my weight cut. So when I finally weigh in, I feel like I want to fight. That's how I really feel. Like when I get on that scale, I'm like, dude, finally, this past 3 months I've been doing this for this, and I'm like, oh shit, I still got to fight. So it's bittersweet because it takes my mind off the fight. But at the same time, I feel like it takes my mind off me thinking about what I'm going to do during the fight, if that makes sense.
Okay, thank you for taking the time, Saad. That was Saad Awad. He returns to Bellator at Bellator 154. That is Saturday, May 14th, taking on Evangelista Cyborg Santos. As I mentioned, it's always must-see TV with Saad Awad, so you definitely want to tune in and check that one out. Thanks again, Saad, and best of luck.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, man. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and you guys are going to have a fight that we're going to steal the show. I'm pretty sure we are.